us, for a reminder, we began by underlining that we are created for joy.
第一个，我们讲的是天主创造我们，为了做一个有喜乐的人。
Everything God commands us, orders us, is meant for our happiness.
一切创造的也是为了万物嘛，万有都是为了我们能够喜乐的人嘛，为我们做喜乐的人。
Jesus desires our happiness, and Jesus comes to us for our happiness.
耶稣也来的世界为我们的喜乐，让我们更喜乐的生活。
So Saint Francis too lived this happiness, and he discovered this particularly in serving the lepers.
所以方济他发现这个喜乐在为麻风病的服务。
And so Saint Francis too cultivated his joy and wanted that all his followers be joyful people.
方济也保养自己的喜乐，也希望自己的弟兄们也有这样的喜乐的心嘛，喜乐的生活。
Pope Francis is calling on all Christians today to go out for a new evangelization marked by joy.
教宗方济各他也希望每一个基督徒能够做一个服传的一个传道士传道士喜乐的传道士。
So we Franciscans, we have a special mission again this time.
我们有方济会的弟兄姐妹我们有这样的 mission 使命感。
So the fourth point regards joy in our liturgies and fraternities.
第四点我们要讲的是喜乐在礼仪方面跟在团体内方面。
In the last letter of the Pope, the last exhortation, Pope Francis writes.
早上你们记得教宗方济各他最近写的一个董谕嘛？那这里有一句话要说。
Saints are joyful and full of good humor.
圣人嘛，圣人圣女是一个充满的喜乐的人，还有很幽默的人，幽默 humor 开玩笑等等幽默
good humor. Though completely realistic, they radiate a positive and hopeful spirit.
他们是实在的人 ，realistic 实在的人他们发光积极的喜乐的精神，发光radiant 释放。
So our prayer, especially liturgical prayer, is a special moment to renew our joy.
所以礼仪的祈祷礼仪的祈祷是一个机会，是把这个喜乐表达出来。
Because liturgy is actually supposed to be specially permeated by happiness, the joy that God alone can give.
所以我们祈祷的时候礼仪的方面，无论是晚祷、晨祷、弥撒等等，就是说我们在祈祷的时候，我们的心应该是天主给我们这个喜乐的赞美，感谢他。
I have not attended many liturgies here on this morning one, but there was quite a good joy, maybe because of Franciscan, we are Franciscans. But one thing that fascinates me much in our African liturgy is that generally there is a lot of visible joy.
所以早上我参加你们的弥撒呢，也看到有喜乐，有常客吧。但是我们在非洲的话，一定在弥撒中有很明显的，参加的人都是很明显的快乐跟喜乐的人来参加。
And you can hear that the people are joyful even from a distance.
也可以听到从很远的地方，那边有一个聚会喜乐的人在一起的。
And when people celebrate that joy, when you are involved, you want to come back the next time.
所以，如果有一个这样的聚会有喜乐的气氛里面呢，那下一次你会再来啊。
This is what God desires from us, and our liturgies. I don't mean we don't have to celebrate all in the same way, because we don't express joy in the same way, but at least everybody, if you have joy in that celebration, you want to come back the next time.
的确，如果我们在一个聚会的时候，一个礼仪的时候，刚说到这个平安喜乐，一定会下一次渴望再来。
On Easter Sunday and all the period of Easter, we are still in Easter, there is one antiphon. We read this almost at every divine office. This day was made by the Lord. Let us rejoice and be glad.
我们在复活期的这个时刻我们常常有这个一句话这是天主安排的一天，我们要欢欣鼓舞。
So you don't say, let us rejoice and be glad.
我会说我们在怎么说？这是天主安排的一天，我们要欢欣。
You are inviting the people to joy. Let us rejoice and be glad.
所以要请大家的 be glad， 就是欢欣、开心的、兴奋的、喜悦的。
So the liturgy, the church wants all the faithful, especially in this time of Easter, to be marked by this feeling, deep sentiment of joy.
所以特别在我们的复活节期的时候，一定有这样的心理的感受、喜乐，因为就是复活节嘛。
There may be crisis in politics, there may be problems in the family, there may be health problems, there may be political instability, anything in the world. But after everything, Jesus is risen from the dead, and evil has been conquered.
无论在世界上有什么大的问题政治方面或是家里的也有问题社会有问题，可是我们这个不能，我们的喜乐被讥笑的被毁灭的，我们要真的保留这样的喜乐，因为耶稣复活的。
Another great Easter acclamation we have is Alleluia.
我们就是在复活节，我们也就说阿利路亚，阿利路亚。
And Alleluia is naturally a shout of joy. It is not just Alleluia as we recite. In Hebrew culture and in many African countries, it is like the
那他们听到了就可以，我不要翻译了。对，就是阿利路亚，阿利路亚，阿利路亚，这个是就发出来的。
So it's a shout of joy.
喊得出来。
when we say this in the liturgy, it's important to have in our heart that what we have to express is a shout of joy.
所以我们要表达的也是不要不好意思，或者说是一个大喊的说，这个喜乐出来。
Then also in our fraternities,
那在我们的团体里面
it is important to ensure that our fraternal meetings, chapters, formation workshops are marked by joy.
所以我们应该，我们的会议一个月不是会议，不是圣大会的大会，不是有培育的会议培育的课程，都有应该里面就这个joy，这个喜乐在里面。
Most of you are ministers in local fraternities, and this is very important.
大部分的你们当中也是那个地方的会长大部分所以这个也是你们的责任，就是这样的，带给弟兄姐妹喜乐。
The service of guiding and animating the fraternity, it means ensuring you as a minister that after everything, Jesus is at the center of our being here.
所以你们的本地的开会就是议会的时候那个会长又知道这个喜乐，因为你们在一起，耶稣也在中间，在当中。
I love to tell my brothers that in every Christian community, there is a place for Judas Iscariot.
我要记得你们每一个团体的里面是有大师有一个是有大师。
But I should be careful that I am not the one. Each person should be careful not to be that.
但是呢，我要注意到，我不是那个有大师，我不要当做有大师。
And it is said at the Last Supper, Jesus gave Judas communion.
是最后的晚上耶稣给犹大师那一块饼干面包就给他可以说身体，就是耶稣的身体。
He gave him the
communion, Holy communion.
Let's see what it means. The Last Supper, he gave him the bread. Now, in the Last Supper, Jesus loved him to the end. Just that time.
意思说，耶稣给他这块面包就到最后还是爱他。
So in our fraternities, we have to be marked by that love. In respect, we are not to judge one another, but to ensure that we love one another till the end.
所以我们也在团体里面应该是彼此相爱当然，他的意思说，我们不能判断人和人在团体里面这个不好怎么样，但是我们要努力爱每一个人，每一个弟兄姐妹。
And I feel there are these words from the Apostle Paul in the letter to the Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians.
帖撒罗尼第前书5章前书第5章16、17节，16、17节。是
第几章？5章第6节。
15是16、17，16、17。
应常欢乐，不断祈祷。
还有啊。
有啊
，16、17，事事感谢。
对，
这就是天主在基督耶稣内对你们所有的旨意。
好，对，是这个。这是 yes.
Rejoice always, no?
常常喜乐。
We have also Philippians chapter 4.
腓立比书第4。腓立比书。
腓立波啦，腓立波。
第4。
4章4节到6节。
4节到6节。对。你们在主内应常常喜乐。
对。
我在说，你们应当喜乐。你们的宽仁应当叫众人知道主快来了。你们什么也不要挂虑，只在一切事上以恳求和祈祷，怀着感谢之心，向天主呈上你们的请求。
Okay, so we have to ensure that our fraternities are marked by Christian joy, by evangelical joy.
所以我们要知道我们的团体基本的精神就是这个喜乐的精神。
Then we also supposed to promote joy in our homes.
那我们在走一步我们应该在我们的家庭里面也是一个喜乐的精神。
Joy in our homes and our families. The Pope says in the post-synodal exhortation, Amoris Laetitia, the joy of love experienced by families is also the joy of the church.
OK， 耶稣教宗方济各在他的读语里面爱的喜乐这个同语爱的喜乐，他有一句话说喜乐，爱的喜乐在家庭里面也是教会的喜乐，家庭的喜乐是教会的喜乐。
Our families are supposed to be places, nurseries of love, and therefore of joy, where we cultivate love and therefore joy.
基本上在家庭里面就是保养，不是保养，是cultivate 是
持有、坚持、保有。
好像好像怎么说？好像一棵树嘛，你要给它慢慢扩大了，长大要保护它嘛，对，培育它，培养它，在家庭里面这个喜乐，它的环境，它的根在家庭里面。
The Pope writes again, there's also this father when he says, hard times may come when the cross cast is shadowed, yet nothing can destroy the supernatural joy that adapts and changes, but always endures.
也许有比较困难来的以后有可能有小十字架来的可是这个苦难跟十字架不会毁灭我们 supernatural 就超越的超性的喜乐因为是天主给的做这个意思。
Even as a flicker of light born of our personal certainty that when everything is said and done, we are infinitely loved.
虽然大风下大雨的来 好像好可怕的事情会来了。但是呢，我们应该一切，我们要肯定，我们是 infinitively， 就永远天主爱我们。
And he concludes saying that joy brings deep security, serene hope, and a spiritual fulfillment that the world cannot understand or appreciate.
这个喜乐就是从天主永远爱我们的喜乐这个是肯定我们不会摇来摇去肯定的是稳定的。以后呢是一个 serene， 很平安的希望，想怎么说？希望，and 就是说灵修的拯救，这个世界不会脱去给我们，我们有的。
So when our fraternities are joyful fraternities, the brothers and sisters want to come back for the next meeting. When our homes are joyful homes, the children want to come back, the husband wants to come back, the wife wants to come back when they are out for anything, no?
所以，如果我们有这样的喜乐在团体里面，一定有别的弟兄姐妹愿意来加入我们的团体。还一样的，在家庭里面，如果有孩子们在外面不是读书工作了，他们愿意回来到家里，因为家里有妈妈爸爸欢迎他们，快乐的欢迎他们的。这个也是愿意回家，回到终点，回到自己的家里的喜乐的家庭。
The grandchildren want to come to you, like Augustine.
所以他说，那个你的孙子愿意回来看到阿公阿妈好像奥斯汀一样的，他有孙子。
We see many of his pictures with his grandchildren. It's wonderful.
他有一些照片，他跟他的孙女这个照在一起。
Okay, then the last point, promoting joy in our job site. Maybe there are still people who still do jobs, who still work.
最后一点呢，我们要讲的这个promoting 推动喜乐在我们的工作的范围、工作的地方。
An area in life where many people have lost their joy is the area of work.
平常在很多人没有不快乐的、没有喜乐的，应该在他们的工作里面的，或是在他们的工作的范围。
So, just to be brief, if you are an employer, it is important to ensure that your employees be happy.
如果你是一个 employer， 这是如果是你是一个老板，当然希望你的员工很快乐来工作吧。
If you are an employee, it's important to ensure that the people around you be happy.
如果你是员工，一定希望你的旁边的同事同事来，也是很快乐的工作、服务等等。
We have the counsel of the Apostle Peter when he says, "Whatever you do, work heartily, as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward." You are serving the Lord Jesus.
那就看一下那个哥罗西这个。
Okay.
哥罗森书第3章23、24。哥罗森。
第3章
23、24。
第3章23、24。
又那么快后。
你们无论做什么，
对，
都要从心里去做，如同是为主，而不是为人。因为你们该知道，你们要有主领取产业作为报酬。你们不是主基督吧？
对，就是报酬是天主给的啊。
So everything can be so meaningful and so great when it is done for the Lord and not only for money.
所以有意义的工作，因为是为了天主的，不是只有为钱嘛。
Let's conclude that joy, true joy, is not just an emotion or a passing state of euphoria. You're just happy, you know, because maybe you drank well.
喜的不是一段来的感觉啊，一段的也不是无福利啊，就福利是种好像你喝一点酒就很快乐、很激愤啊，可是这个不是真正的喜的，因为破了就没有了。
It is not just a feeling when everything is all right.
也不是说一切都 OK， 一切都好，那我就很喜乐，也不是。
Like love, joy is first and foremost a gift that can be received or rejected.
所以喜乐基本上是一个礼物，可以接受或是拒绝，你有权利接受或是拒绝。
Only when joy has been accepted as a gift can it be carried on as a mission.
好，如果我接受这个礼物呢，我就有一个使命感，我就变成我带着这个喜乐，带着我在我的心中背着这个喜乐发出去。
Christian joy, says Pope Francis, is usually accompanied by a sense of humor.
教宗梵基格他说，平常喜乐的人也有这个幽默的精神。
On the slide here, what?
在这个照相里面，照片。
It looks exactly like the map of Africa, no?
这是非洲的环境啊，背景。
But that you see is a pond of water on the road.
可是是一种在路上一个水流里面的，在路上啊。
I mean, a sense of humor is also this capacity of seeing something beautiful in such an ugly thing like water on the road.
如果你们注意到这个样子，不是什么样的地图？非洲，是一个快乐的，这是非洲了。可是呢，另外一方面说，哎呀，糟糕，我要过去，我弄脏的等等，不好的。
So, the Pope says here, we see this clearly. For example, in St. Thomas, St. Francis of Assisi, we have quoted that in the saints there is always a sense of humor. We receive so much from the Lord for our enjoyment.
我们都在天主赐予的，赐予给我们，都一切是他的，给我们的。
We receive so much from the Lord for our enjoyment that sadness can be a sign of ingratitude.
我们就一切是天主赐给我们的如果我们不快乐，不快乐的话，就是一个没有感恩的心，感谢他。
So St. Francis was joyful in his life, we have said it again, in his life of penance, and wanted his followers to be people of visible joy.
方济也有做不输的，对了，可是他也是基本上很喜乐的人啊，也希望他的弟兄也有这个喜乐的精神。
And Pope Francis is inviting us to be faithful witnesses of joy.
所以教宗方济各要我们说，这样的见证，喜乐的见证。
见证，
见证，
见证，见证人的见证。
证明，看见了以后，我们去证明这件事。
做见证，
见证，
看见的见证。
很important的 tone 见证。
So we conclude by saying, as followers of St.